Hey, welcome back to gggaming. Now that you've finished catching that 7-star Terror Raid right there, the 7-star mighty Empoleon, what's next? Well, let's build it out. Let's make this thing as best as he possibly can be. We're going to go through everything. We're going to do the Terror typing, the stat builds, best movesets, you name it. So if you're interested, stick around and let's get to it. All right, let's jump into this. Let's get to Empoleon. Let's discuss everything we could possibly need to know about this guy. We've got 2 builds to discuss, all right? Empoleon is a very versatile and very strong Pokemon. So with that, he's got the ability to be a special attacker or a physical attacker. We're going to cover both builds. First and foremost, as you see from the names on the screen, the S Empoleon, that is the special Empoleon. The P Empoleon, okay, is the physical Empoleon, just so you understand what I got going with the names and which one we're talking about. I'm going to go through both of these, compare and contrast what they've got to offer on each one, and you can decide which one best fits your team. To the summary. All right, for the physical Empoleon, this is a fun build, all right? We're going to go Stellar Terra type for this one so that we can fully take advantage of the water typing and the steel typing. All right, he is a water steel. There's not a whole lot of those in the game, so this is a unique opportunity to take advantage of those 2 great types in your team. All right, and that's why we're going to go with Stellar, because Stellar will allow you to maintain the power for both of those types when you do Terralize. Held items, in this case, we're going to go Shell Bell. Shell Bell to start with. You can adjust that based on the raid that you're going against or the opponent, because Empoleon gets a really good move that we're going to discuss here shortly that makes the Shell Bell an optional held item. Next, for the physical Empoleon. All right, this guy, he's going to be all water. We're going to go water Stellar, and we're going to focus on the water for physical. Why is that? Because he doesn't really have good steel physical moves, unfortunately. So we're going to go all water on this one, and this is actually, spoiler, my favorite build out of the 2. Even though the Stellar is a ton of fun, this one's my favorite on the physical side. So we're going to cover that here in a moment why. You got the Shell Bell as a held item. Again, optional. You can adjust that as needed to whatever you would like. You want to throw the water pendant on here to boost those water attacks 20%, go right ahead. You want to throw the cloak on here, etc., to block everything that's hitting you, additional effects, all that, go right ahead. All right, jumping over to the stat builds now for both of these Pokemon and what you're going to look at. So 4 stats for both of these. They are both going to be identical, except you're going to push attack in one of them and special attack in the other one, all right? So on the special attack Pokemon where I'm at right now, so this is the S Empoleon. Go up here, focus on everything in that special attack. So special attack after you've got this guy pushed up to 100, bottle capped, full IVs, etc. Where did my IVs go? They went into HP and special attack, all right? You're going to be about 344. 344, pretty good. HP at 372, pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good, and good enough to make him a formidable Pokemon for your teams. After the stats for the special one, let's discuss the ability, because the ability is huge. It's the same ability that we got in the 7-star Terror Raid event, which is competitive. Why is that so huge? Because it works just like Defiant on the physical side. So every single time something hits you, an opponent hits you that lowers your stats, you get a +2 to your special attack stat, which made this guy in the 7-star Terror Raids an absolute beast if you didn't get rid of that ability. So of course we want to keep that ability. But his other ability, Torrent, is actually really good as well. We'll discuss that one on the physical build. Next, let's jump into my recommended best move set. So what do we got? We've got Surf, Flash Cannon, both amazing attacking moves. Roost, we're going to discuss that in a second because you're going to need something special to get that on there. And then Metal Sound, all right? All great moves. He's got access to really good moves. You could actually choose to swap a couple of these out for something else if you would like to. If you want to go full water, you could swap out the Flash Cannon, etc. Talk about that here. But let's get into these actual moves and what they are. So, of course, with Surf, high damage, perfect accuracy. You know me, I love that 100% accuracy. Missing is no good. The moment you miss, hey, forget the move. You might as well have done 2 weaker moves to make up for it. Moving on down to Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon, of course, is amazing because it is a special 80, 100, and has the potential to lower that special defense stat on the enemy, making this one even stronger. Moving on down to Roost. Roost, of course, we have on both builds for the physical and the special. Why? Because it is your healing condition. So this is what makes that Shell Bell optional, because this move restores the user's HP by up to half, all right? So it pretty much always goes half. It'll always give you 50% every time you use it. With that is amazing. So in order to get Roost, though, Roost is an egg move. In order to get an egg move taught to Empoleon, you need to go into him, and I'll put a clip up here. You got to forget one move so that he has an empty space, add the mirror herb to his items, and then all you got to do is throw both Empoleons, or whatever Empoleons you got, out on your picnic along with one Pokemon such as Dragonite that we see in the clip, who can learn Roost naturally. And poof, your Empoleon gets Roost. Moving on down to Metal Sound. Metal Sound, of course, is an absolute winner because this is what is going to give you the power over that opposing Pokemon in all your raids. So this harshly lowers the special defense stat for that opposing Pokemon, which means it goes down -2 every single time you use it. Win-win. Next, let's jump into the stats for the physical build Empoleon. All right, so we on the P Empoleon now, okay? So as we go up to the stats, we're going to be focused right here on the primary attack stat, all right? So when I look at that, we're looking at 298. Now, I'm going to go back up to the special Empoleon. Special Empoleon, 344. Now we're on the physical Empoleon, 298. So it's about 46 points less when fully powered up, but it's close enough that, hey, it's still great. And honestly, I think it's stronger than the special one. And taking a look at the IVs for the physical Empoleon, of course, HP and attack, that's pretty much what I always do for raids. What I really, really like about the Empoleon build, both of them, I'm going to flip back and forth between the two. You see, the native defenses are actually really good. So they both have got great native defense and great native special defense. So they'll be able to take those hits in raids, which is really, really important. All right. All right, so let's talk about the ability for your physical build Empoleon, and that is going to be Torrent. All right, we're not going to use competitive on this one because competitive is only boosting the special attack stat. We don't care about that special attack stat on this build. So with Torrent, and this is really, really awesome, when your HP falls below 1/3, all right, so 1/3 of your max HP, and we have 372. So that's about 124, if my math is right. After you get to 124 HP, this thing kicks in. All right. What does that mean? So when your Pokemon gets below 124 HP, all of your water type moves are going to be plus 50%. Awesome. All right. We're going to take that and go look at the actual move that we're going to use on him, which is Liquidation, and see just how much damage it will do when Torrent takes effect. All right. Let's get into the moveset for the physical build Empoleon. Have the worst time saying his name. Worst time. All right, Liquidation. That's going to be the signature move that you want to use because it is straight up awesome. Let's cover the basics first. 85 power. 85 power, 100 accuracy. You know me and that 100 accuracy. All right, plus the special added effect of lowering the defense stats. So -1 if that does take effect. Can't ride straight, -1. There, terrible. All right, -1. There you go. As long as that does take effect. But what's really special about this move, not only does it have great power at 85 and that 100% accuracy, it also is going to take advantage of our ability back there, which was Torrent that we just talked about, and get a plus 50% boost. All right. So 85 plus the 42.5 is going to give us a grand total of 127.5 damage when your HP is below 124. Got to remember that. When your HP is below 124, you're going to get 127 damage on this move and absolutely wreck that Pokemon you're going against. Next up on the list, of course, Sword Dance. And this is what I really, really like about the physical build because it gets one of the best buff moves in the game. Unlike the special build, which really doesn't get any buff move at all. He only gets the Metal Sound to drop the defense on the opponent. I really do prefer these buff moves in any raid. Just because you control what happens to you and you don't have to be relying on that shield that gets in the way of the raid boss, etc. You know what I mean. Sword Dance, +2 to your attack every time you use it, makes Liquidation even that much stronger. Next on the list is Roost. Of course, Roost is your healing condition. This allows the Shell Bell to be optional, which is really, really nice. Although the Shell Bell is still super handy with this guy if you do run into a Pokemon in your journeys, where you do need to put on a cloak, or you just want to further boost Liquidation with the water pendant, etc. Roost is going to be your healing item. Roost is an egg move, as I said, on the special build, so you will have to put that in your picnic with a native Pokemon such as Dragonite and equip Mirror Herb to Empoleon to be able to learn Roost. Last but not least on this one is Rain Dance. All right, I really like Rain Dance because Rain Dance does boost your water attacks. just making that liquidation even stronger. It allows you to erase the weather pattern moves from other Pokemon that are used, which does happen a lot in raids. You could swap out Rain Dance. He's got access to a ton of great moves, such as Haze to reset the whole field of stats. He's got Mist, which can allow you to basically block your Empoleon in and not take any stat lowering effects at all, which is great. So take a look at those TMs that he does have access to, because he's got a lot of great options that you could fill in for Rain Dance. But hey, Rain Dance really does fit well here to further boost our signature move and the only move that we're focused on, which is liquidation for absolute physical domination. All right, that covers 2 great builds for this Empoleon. The special, the physical, you name it, whichever one you decide to go. I'd rather love to hear it down in the comments what you think of the builds, what other move sets you're using, what other combinations you're using, etc. But as always, if this was helpful, drop a like, hit that sub button, and we'll see you in the next one.